Top. This your boy, Chad Visionary.
This your boy, Imani Boss, and you're now tuned in to the Top Hill Podcast. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey.
Cause your ideas ain't nothing but ideas. Unless you put in the work, gotta make it work.
I love this hook.
No other options like this. Before leaving this earth, gotta see it first. Ideas ain't nothing but ideas. Unless you put in the work, gotta make it work. Ideas ain't no other options like this.
Be like shit.
Yo, we getting started because Jamila.
I still love this one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my God,
That might be the
like this.
that might be the meme of the decade. I don't know. That Joan is still
We talk about the Soulja Boy meme.
Drake. All right, guys, we're about to get started. Hey, that record was called Lazy Genius by AC Wells featuring Chief Panda, and right now we have a very special guest by the name of AC Wells. But top Hill, episode 56. What's good? I'm your boy, E-Money Boss.
I'm Chad Visionary.
I'm your girl Jamila with her own boss.
And welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast, sponsored by Quality Touch Studios. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, we got a very, very special guest today, so I can't wait to bring him on. We might as well just go ahead and get him on here. This guy goes by the name of AC Wells. Hey!
Yes, thank you so much.
What's up, bro?
Yes, nice to have you on.
Hey, man.
What's up, everybody? Top Hill. It's good to finally be on this jump.
Hey, right? I know, man. It's like you family already, man. Like we go back already, man. When we were starting up the Top Hill Podcast, you was already around and stuff like that. Yeah. And yeah, man, it's just great to have you on, man. I'm excited to have you on here.
Where y'all know him from?
So I actually think I met you here at the studio, right? Was it a year ago?
It was here, but then, we started talking more when we all met up at Chad House. It was
right.
Everybody met up there after one of y'all episodes, I think.
Yeah, one of our first earlier episodes, and then I remember you were performing in D.C. Along with Austin and Low Key.
And Red Lounge, was it?
I think so.
I
don't know. It was somewhere. It was U Street. Somewhere up there. But anyway, yeah, man, killed that performance.
Thank you.
I already know you make good music. I already heard some of your previous work before, but right now you got a new single and some new stuff coming. And
yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about it, man. First, tell us about AC Wells, and then we'll get into the music.
Okay, so my name AC Wells. Now, first I was formerly known as Antflow, but I changed my name because I wanted to show growth as an artist and as a businessman. And then I felt like Antflow. I feel like I grew out of that. How a snake sheds their skin. I feel like I grew out of that. Because back then I was just like a kid trying to just get on. But then the more I was into it, the more I was around people that knew the business. I just realized I need to change and show my change. Show my mindset. So been doing a whole rebrand for the past year to 6 months, and it's been a crazy process, man. And what else you said?
How long have you been doing music?
Oh, I've been doing music for 6 going on 7 years now. Seriously, hitting the ground running. But I've been writing this stuff off and on since I was 7. So
what sparked the rebrand? What made you say okay, I'm done with Antflow. It's time to shed the skin. What was that spark? What made you want to do it?
What made me want to do it is because I don't know. I just I was feeling I always hear people only take you as serious as you take yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all right. So I don't want to put myself in a box. So I would ask people that I knew had honest opinions. I'd be like, hey, so if you hear an artist named Antflow versus AC Wells, what you gonna think? They were like, I ain't gonna lie. I would AC Wells sound like it could be anybody. You could be white, black. I don't know what genre you might do. So when my name come up, it'll kind of give me more of a opportunity. You know what I'm saying? For the music to have respect.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think the rebranding was a really great move for you. I was just thinking about artists like Kendrick Lamar, right? He started off as K-Dot, and people saw him as K-Dot, and K-Dot is only gonna go but so far, right? But when you actually have your name out there, it could be anybody, and you're also being real true to yourself, and you're always reflecting back on you.
Exactly. That was also another reason. I was like, bro, I might as well just give it me. I don't know why I'm like trying so hard. Because I was thinking of a name for like a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, why not just be my name? You know what I'm saying? So
That's dope, man. That's dope.
I feel like it's gonna be very versatile in the future. It's granted, if you get hit high levels of success, it's gonna be a well branded. Like if you want to go into acting or whatever the case may be, it'll be able to be very versatile.
Yeah, you can't be put in the box with that. So dope.
yes, sir.
So the music.
Yes,
Tell us a
sir.
little bit about this record, Lazy Genius, man. First of all, I just want to say I'm a fan. I love
I
this.
appreciate
I
it,
love
man.
the
That should
record.
mean a lot. Because I know y'all's opinions, man. Y'all critical on this joint, bro.
Right.
So that should mean a lot.
Yeah.
But this record right here is, I would say, this is like one of my favorite collabs I ever did because the process was quick. It was with an artist that I respect as a lyricist and as a person in general. And we, you know what I'm saying? And it also got a special place in my heart because, like, we've been trying to collab for, like, a year and a half. But, you know, one of our mutual friends, Mikey, you know, may his soul rest in peace. That man passed away. And he was, like, same age as me. Like, he was, like, probably a year older than me. And that shit fucked me up because Mikey, he was like a real creative dude. Like he was an artist. That man could paint his ass off, bro. And he always showed love. Like the first time I met him, it was at a show me and my friends was putting together. And that whole process, like he put me on to a couple people, like because of him, one of my best friends, like I met them because of him. And they a painter too. And like he always, from that point on, every time he was on the show, he'd let me know. Like he always showed love. So when he passed, and like I saw all his family and all like his loved ones showing up, like at the memorial, it was like on the corner side of Billingsley Road. Like seeing his girl there shedding tears, his family, friends. That little corner was packed out. Like if you ever been on Billingsley Road over there by Westlake, that joint packed, bro. So I was just sitting there, just like soaking all that in, just feeling all the energy. And then recently, someone else that I used to work with had just passed too. So I was just starting to look at life like a lot more different. Like, bro, like that could have been me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like anybody could have, like that could have been anybody. So I was like, I don't want to waste no time. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing holding me back from like, you know, doing that. So I reached out to Chief Pandy. He was like, yeah, bro, let's get it.
Yeah.
So we got that joint done, and you know, the meaning of the song really like attests to a lot of creatives out here, including myself. You know, who just like still trying to break out into the industry, but you still got the realities of life. You know, trying to pull you and keep you here. So.
Right.
It was one of those anthems for real, for like people like us.
Yeah.
I love the hook, man. Ideas are nothing but just ideas, and I heard this quote. It was talking about goals. You know, right? We're in the new year. Everybody has New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. And I heard this quote. I'm not sure if it was Gary Vee or somebody else, but he mentioned that goals are not goals without plans. They're just ideas, right? And when I'm looking at, when I hear this record, it reminded me of that. It was just like Lazy Genius is like, okay, I get what you're trying to say here. Like these people are geniuses and brilliant in their own way, but how can they actually push forward and push through and stuff like that? I
Stop being lazy.
Exactly.
It's all in the name. Like, it's all in the name.
I love it. And I love the fact that this kind of music, this is my vibe, man. So this kind of music is like, it's mindless music and mindful music at the same time, right? Because you can hear this record just playing in the car, not thinking about nothing, but subliminally it's giving you that. And then at the same time, when you pay attention to the lyrics, it's just like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, I'm a fan.
Thank you, bro. That's what it's all about for me with my music, cause like I be hearing a lot of stuff that's out here, and I respect any artist that's, you know, that's your craft. But I feel like it's not I feel like it's kind of like gone are the days where people really speaking life in records. Like I feel like that's why people still go back to the old stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Like when I said something about Music Soul Child and Donnell Jones, like they actually was talking like real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I could flip it. You know what I'm saying? Like bring the good sound to like draw them in, but actually like give them a message. So that way, while they listening to it, they getting fed soul food and not that microwave shit. Like it's real life.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's a certain level of vulnerability too. Like nowadays, nobody want to give you
The real self.
their real selves. Like it's gonna expose them or make them look bad. But when you give us like the real,
it's always the ones that give you the real that last the longest. Think about Drake. You know, people used to clown the hell out of Drake for being who he was. J. Cole, you know what I mean? a kid that came from a mixed family, graduated from college in New York, but still being true to himself.
He owned that shit.
Yeah, that's why we love him. Because like you said, you show that vulnerability and you want to, they get that message across by just being themselves. I love music like that. Like, if you're authentically yourself, I'm going to be tuned in. And I wanted to say something about your record because I definitely connected with that because, yeah, bro, like, you know, I'm a creative. I do photography. I do a bunch of other stuff, So, like, when I heard it, I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to, when I heard it, I was like, yeah, I'm one of those people that's trying to branch myself out in that industry as well. So, I definitely connected with it. It was dope.
That's lit, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Jamila.
Yeah.
Get out my dirt, dog.
I know, she always interrupted me, but it's okay.
I be interrupting you.
Yeah, always, but it's all good. It's all good.
I was agreeing with you.
Okay, cool.
That shit mean a lot, bro. Cause like when I be writing these songs, bro, I be at my lowest points. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be at points where I just be like, damn, bro, cause like.
Do you make any other type of art? Or is it just music for you?
Man, it's just music. I mean, I don't know. I can't paint worth shit. Like,
okay.
I respect anybody who paints. That's why, I just got a soft spot for art. Like, I got a couple paintings in my room. I think I'm gonna get a whole wall just full of.
You like going to museums and stuff like that?
A little bit. I don't know. It depends on who I'm with.
Got you.
I gotta be with somebody with personality. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? The museums, it could get boring.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I love looking at art from different countries and learning different artists and stuff like that. Like, I just came back from the DR, me and my girl just picked up this one painting that was just super dope.
That's what y'all was at? I was like, this nigga living here right now. This nigga living.
Yeah,
Every week you can find Imani.
No, you
From
can't.
his
You
view,
can't.
some goddamn
But I say you
way.
can't find Imani.
You can watch him.
Pretty much from our view.
Yeah, shout out that. So AC, tell us, man, who some of your top inspirations? Like, boom, boom.
Man, number one, I gotta say J. Cole. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm inspired by that man heavily, bro.
You ready for the fall off era?
I am, but it's bittersweet because I know he's gonna retire. But it kind of motivates me to double down on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You believe he's really gonna retire?
Yeah, he earns that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
He gonna
J.
come
Cole,
back.
Like, I feel like he might come back for the J. Cole and Kendrick, collab. I'm gonna be on that shit for sure.
Don't play with my emotions like that. Like, that's what we all want. Like,
Yeah, bro.
but J.
I'm really waiting on
Cole's
that shit, though.
yeah, J. Cole's super dope, man. I think that I don't think he's gonna retire. I think that this is gonna be the end of an era, and he might go away for maybe 3-4 years, and then maybe get that spark back or something like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Him
I
coming
just-
back on some hey, that's what I've been up to type shit.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of them, they just have this pressure that they have to deliver every year and every 2 years, and I think that is what the distraction actually is from helping them to actually create just for when they want to create, you know what I mean? And I think that, you got artists like Kendrick who, huge fan of, waiting on, but I'm being selfish, right?
Kendrick one of the people too, just because of his of course his lyricism, but his approach to records, it's like he treats a song like his voice like an instrument.
Yeah.
Like, he has
Yes.
different tones.
Yeah.
I'm heavily inspired by him on that level.
Yeah.
Michael Franks, he like an 80s pop or jazz artist. Like, that nigga was so versatile.
Right.
They ain't even really know what category to put him in. And
Right.
for real, in my opinion, he one of the first rappers for real. Because his tone and his how he would do it, it's kind of like reminds you of modern day R&B, like how they be talk singing.
Yeah.
But he would do it with like a soft voice.
I gotta go back
What's
to
his name
Michael
again?
Frank.
Michael Franks. And he the way he do his songs too, he uses like metaphors. Like he got an album called Tiger in the Rain, and it's just nothing but metaphors in that joint. And that album alone inspired my whole Paradise saga that I'm doing with my projects and shit. So him, Erykah Badu's voice,
Yeah,
how
she's
she approaches
incredible.
songs. Also Donnell Jones. I think it's a tie between Donnell Jones and Musiq Soulchild.
Okay.
So how they approach R&B records.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my 5 for real.
I would definitely love to see a versus between them. When you mentioned it, I was like, oh, that would make sense.
Man, all the old ratchet chunks gonna be in that
Right, that's fact.
So you have a project that you're working on right now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Talk
Paradise
to us
2.
about it, man.
Yeah, so it's a sequel to my first EP that I put out,
Okay.
and like it's a full length project. It's like gonna be my first like project over like 5 or 6 songs.
Okay.
So it was definitely like a process, and I'm doing more production on it too. And it's pretty much about like a story of finding yourself as a man in this, you know, in this crazy life, and also trying to like pretty much achieve what you're trying to achieve while maintaining like who you are as a person. Because when you're in pursuit of success, you could easily lose yourself, because you know a lot of people they compromise a lot just to get to the bag.
Yeah,
I'm trying to like maintain that and, you know, gaining perspective and not, you know, pretty much going crazy like a lot of people out here.
Yeah, if you stay grounded early, then you set yourself up for success. You know what I mean? A lot of times these people they have no idea. They just, I just want to chase the fame. I just want to chase the money. And then when they get the fame and get the money, they still don't get that happiness. They still don't get that level of fulfillment, because that's not truly what fulfills them. You know what I mean? That's what they just thought it fulfilled them. So
and I like putting like hidden messages in my music too, because like me, like I don't really talk about my faith a whole lot, because, you know, like I know everybody don't believe in that, but you know, I feel like the more time goes on, like the world gets more crazy. So I feel like as an artist or somebody who has the ability to affect someone's mood and how they view life, I feel like it's a responsibility of mine to put messages in my music, like, you know what I'm saying, songs like Lazy Jeans. But with the project, I'm like digging more deep into it, like really talking about like the spiritual warfare, but it's not really like pulling out a Bible or nothing like that. It's like I'm giving y'all like, you know, my story, like my perspective on certain things. Like I got a song on there called How to Cope, and it's talking about like pretty much like going through bullshit in life, but you got nothing but a little bit of change in your pocket. And I'm talking about a story about like, you know what I'm saying, like a pregnancy scare with a girl I was messing with, and she had a whole kid. And I'm just talking about like how, you know what I'm saying, in my head, like, you know what I'm saying, I was 19 years old when that happened. So I'm like, damn, bro, I had to go to the house, swab the baby's mouth and shit, and like her mom telling me like, oh, so what you gonna do when you find out you the father? Like it was crazy, like, and it was traumatizing, and I didn't realize, but I didn't even realize it was traumatizing because until like later, because I would always like, you know what I'm saying, some of my family members, they had babies, and I would never like want to be around it. I would be around the baby, but I never wanted to pick the baby up, and I was like, why don't I want to do that?
Like you want to catch it or something, like.
Yeah, but I think it was just like a traumatizing thing, like because of that situation with her baby. It's just made me like, whenever I hear a baby crying, it's like, nah, like you not want to, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's so real, man. I'm glad that you're talking about this, because we don't talk about this kind of stuff enough. Like I feel like I had no idea that something could happen to you in the past, and that, you know, it could be 10, 15, 5 years later, and then boom, something hit you, and you had no idea that... Especially in our community, like in the black community, we don't really... We kind of like that, rub some dirt on it, keep it moving, like, oh, but don't be no punk, don't be no bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't even deal with it.
Yeah, it's real life shit that we go through mentally, and that shit affects like how we treat each other, you know what I'm saying, how we treat ourselves.
How we plan the future, because I agree with you about like being traumatized. I don't even know what my trauma was. I didn't want to be a mom forever. Like never wanted to have no kids. I was gonna be rich auntie. And then after I had my son, I look back. Yeah, he's 3, and he's so lit, and it's so crazy now. But we sitting here talking about, like, I don't know why I didn't want to be a mom. Like I don't know why I didn't want to be a mom, because it's the littest shit ever. Like ever.
Did you feel like did you ever find that answer?
Kind of, sort of. I think it was more so based on my fear of not wanting to be a single mom and things like that. And I came up with this as a child, that I did not want to be a mom. Like, and I just didn't want to go through what they were going through. Whoever they were, I just didn't want to go through it.
Sometimes that fear could drive you closer to that thing. That
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes
you should have heard me. 25, no baby. And then next week I found out I was fucking pregnant. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Irony in that shit.
Yeah, call it right on yourself. I've been thinking about the same thing. Like I just recently started dealing with anxiety and stuff like that. I thought that I was dying at one point. I really did. Like, it was point like I could barely breathe and stuff like that. I was just like, yo, what the fuck is going on with me? And I had no idea what the source of the problem was. But then I just started like going back and digging deep into some of the things I've been through and stuff like that. Like I know I'll get it sometimes when I'm driving, right? And I used to think that it was like the lights that were bothering me. But whole time I'm thinking about constantly getting pulled over by police because I had issues with the police before, just being just an innocent person driving, and I was just the wrong person that they had that night. I had cops had guns drawn on me and stuff like that. The day after Freddie Gray died, and I didn't realize how that traumatized me. Then I'm just now thinking about it, like, oh shit, this is
shit real.
Yeah, shit real, man. Like this shit, like, but it's cool to talk about it, man. Because like you said, we just can't put dirt on it. Because you telling your story, me telling my story, Chad telling his story, can help somebody else. You know what I mean?
Because you never know what people going through. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I was looking at this post somebody posted about Chadwick Boseman.
Man,
like, you know what I'm saying? That man was battling cancer. He didn't say shit to nobody, but like people was clowning him on the internet. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what people going through. Sometimes, like, the energy you give somebody could literally be the thing that stopped them from going home and like ending it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to get that deep, but like at the end of the day,
that deep. Like,
this
is life. Like, literally, everything is a life and death situation, and we just be taking little things for granted so often.
Yeah, bro. Just by waking up. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing that stuck out to me too that you said, because you're not the first artist that said it. Like, you take it very serious, making music that affects people's moods and their days, and how you can affect that. I really think that that's really cool as being an artist too.
Right, because you're looking at not only for yourself, but it's coming from yourself, right? But you're thinking about the audience at the end of the day. You're thinking about your audience and your fans that want to fuck with your music and stuff like that. So,
but the thing is, I feel like for me to challenge, I mean, anybody can write a bunch of sad songs, you know what I'm saying? Right. But like, I like to challenge myself to write songs with messages that'll make people feel good at the end of the day. Because I feel like just talking about a common, relatable thing with no solution is kind of like it defeats the purpose, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, what's the point of bringing a whole bunch of cold niggas together with no fire in the middle, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's how I look at it.
Some niggas are just try to ride the trends, right? And I was thinking about the whole emo rap situation. A lot of those people genuinely have issues and going through it and have solutions, but then there's some people who just like, that's the sound. I'm just, going to that sound and shit like that. So.
And it'd be some of them that be killing themselves and things like that. They dealing with these battles the entire time while they're making music for us.
Or inviting demons they never even had, but they pull it up now,
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong though. I respect like a lot of those artists that are in that shit. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like,
I love a lot of
like that nigga could rap. Like,
absolutely.
And he was really out here, and then XX and Tentacion, like that nigga was killing shit too. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them people really are talented. It's just sometimes when you as misguided as them, sometimes you just don't know what your underlying responsibility is.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of them were on their way to just next levels of greatness too, because it's really tragic, man. I miss both of them. I miss both of their music. I still go back and listen to both of their records.
Speaking of, too, you were saying, like, inviting demons. Yeah. Like Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He talked about a lot of people always coming to get him, too.
We getting deep.
Yeah. It's a lot of those people, like, they deal with that, right? Because, I mean, they came up in real traumatizing situations all their life. And for him to finally make it, I mean, he's from New York. He moved all the way out to Cali. You know what I mean? That says something to me already, that you're getting away from where your neighborhood's from and stuff like that. So maybe you're trying, you know what I mean? But it's still got to him, man.
And it's sad and it's ironic though. Like, we listening to their music, we're enjoying their music, they're affecting our mood, they're making us feel good, all while you're inviting these demons in, and people are coming and taking your life, or you taking your life, or whatever the case may be. It's just a lot.
Yeah, while they when they get off stage, everybody else excited, but they get off stage and go right back to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ready for that?
Man, I pray to God every day to just keep me grounded, man. I ain't gonna hold you, cause that shit, man. I watched the biography about James Brown, Get On Up.
Oh yeah,
that joint crazy.
I was watching that jump, like, alright, so like when I was little, like me and my family, my mom be watching the movie and she into that shit. She be like, she be alive and looking nasty and
analyzing
shit, so like I pulled one of her jokes. I was like just watching the jump, just seeing like all that shit that he went through, not even just as a kid, but like after like losing his kid, you know what I'm saying, getting insecure to the point where he beating on his woman. Shout out Jill Scott. But yeah, like that shit was crazy, bruh. And I don't know, like watching shit like that, it just keep me humble to the point where I'm like, bruh, I can't afford to lose myself, because the minute I do, like, that's when you really lose. Like, all that money don't matter if you just like tripping.
Absolutely, man. make sure you keep a strong team around you, man. Always, you know what I mean, and then you'll be good, man.
Yeah, sound like his head is already on straight.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to most artists.
Yeah. Keep it, man.
Yeah. You know,
I feel like they all start out like this till that check come out.
Nah, some people you could just tell, son. I could definitely tell, like, you grounded. I think you're going to be good.
I ain't no flashy dude either, but I'm damn sure got a couple shit on my list that I'm
Look.
some little shit. You know? I'm gonna keep it kosher.
Like, I'm chill, and when I get my shit, I'm not gonna be as chill, but I'm still gonna be chill.
Yeah, I'm one of them niggas, like, I'm a cop shit. I ain't gonna flash it, but, like, if you see it, you gonna see it. Like, oh, yeah, I got it.
And just want to let you know, when you do make it big, because we're all big at manifesting and, you know, the law of attraction, you know what I mean? When you do make it, you know, you're still Top Hill family. You can always sit
He's being humble. Don't you fucking forget about Top Hill. He was a lazy genius, you know what I'm saying?
If y'all not up before I am, I'll definitely, like, the minute I touch back down, you know, back in the door before I, like, tap in with the family and shit, this definitely gonna be one of the first spots I come to, because, like, I respect y'all, not just as a podcast, but, like, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all opinions. Like, I was listening to the podcast on my way here, and, like, the fact that y'all was giving, like, raw opinions, man, even on shit that's controversial, like, I respect that, because a lot of people out here, they just be on bandwagon shit. Like, y'all speak real shit. So.
Yeah, no,
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, we try to be as raw and real as we can. You know, we're just ourselves. You know,
I really can't help myself.
She really can't.
She not gonna hold back.
Right,
I need to keep her.
I be trying. I really be trying to put the filter on. I really do.
You can't help it.
I really can't. Like, you was laughing at Clubhouse. I was all the way filtered.
Shit.
You know, but
I know.
I was talking about Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Let the nigga sweep her up.
Yeah.
I mean, my mark, I was like, yo, she going. I was like, what's stopping this nigga from joining me?
Right. Tyler, I heard you was talking about me.
Tyler, I believe you.
I screen recorded for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, appreciate that, man. Hey, before we let you go, I want to talk to you about this For My Fam brand, man. What's going on with that?
So it's like, well, it's my team, and it's also, we starting our clothing brand. It's been an idea for a minute, but we just finally started, like, investing into it. We got a little bit of inventory right now, but we're going to be launching our site in March. But if y'all ever want to cop, you know, For My Fam shirt, what it represents is, like, family, for believers and non-believers, and just, like, people that just, like, want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So, yeah, if y'all ever want to call one, hit me in the DM. And we also got a page as well, For My Fam _ if y'all want to go follow that. Because we're not only just a clothing brand, but it's kind of like a whole movement. Like, you know how PG Lang did the little collab with Calvin Klein? Like, when we do the commercial, we're going to do some shit like that.
That's fucking the
time. Be crazy.
You already know I got you, man. I'm going to go ahead and cop on it. So that's
love, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. So tell us, when is this Paradise 2 coming, man? Is it
we geared to drop it in May.
May,
like,
okay. Right. So tell us a little bit, man. I know being an artist coming into the year 2020, you probably had different plans last year, right?
I'm gonna hold you. I barely knew what the fuck I was gonna do.
Really?
Yeah, I was just trying to get by like everybody else.
Got you. So what made you? What did you do throughout this period? Did you go back in the lab? Did you? You know what I mean?
Definitely the lab.
How'd you pivot your 2020?
So I really started making more progress towards the end of 2020, because I feel like at the start of 2020, I was like everybody else doing the same bullshit they was already doing. Mm-hmm. But then as the real 20, like March, April, once the real 2020 started to kick off, that's when I realized I started to learn who I was. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, like
slowed you all the way down, gave you some time to think.
Like real change started to happen. So that's when I was like realized locking in. And then towards the end, in a couple months, a lot of things started moving in place. You know what I'm saying? Out of my control, it's just how it's been happening. And, you know, me and my team, like, really been, like, locking in, getting the glue together, like, building the foundation. And, like, now we making grounds because we actually, like, we was locked in, bro, for, like, 14 hours, drawing up the, like, the vision board, like how you were saying, manifesting. We drew that whole thing up, but, like, not even just this next year, but, like, decades to come, like, planning everything out. Yeah. So we hitting the ground running, bro. Like,
it's fucking dope, man.
I got some shit dropping. I got a video for Lazy Genius dropping on Friday.
Okay.
Oh, that's
and I got another video dropping in February. for my song Stuck on Pause. And y'all gonna see my acting bag on that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's all I got some funny shit in there,
Okay.
too. But yeah, I got some shit coming, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. So when that Lazy Genius record drop, you already know the podcast is gonna drop on Friday too. So we'll just make sure to push that out there around the same time. So, you guys heard it here first, man. AC Wells, Lazy Genius. Make sure you guys stream that.
Shout out to Voyages, y'all already know.
Hey, it's on all the streaming platforms right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Apple,
Yes, sir.
Spotify, all that.
SoundCloud, what is it called? Diesel,
whatever.
whatever it's called.
Google them.
All that shit.
Google them, and then the album is coming this summer. So when that is dropping, please let us know as well too, so we can go ahead and push that. Yeah,
I'm
man.
lit, dog.
Yeah, man. You guys have any other questions for AC Wells?
Oh yeah, my socials. Y'all can follow me on all
absolutely.
social media at ACWells_. And if y'all want to check out some For My Fam brand, hit me in my DM, or y'all can follow our page For My Fam _. We got a couple drops coming before the website. I suggest y'all cop before the site drops because the prices will be finalized. Right now, we got a pretty good sale going on. You can copy a shirt for $20. We also got some hoodies coming too, and some beanies and some dad hats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tap in.
Absolutely.
With it. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Top Hill Podcast. I am your boy, E-Money Boss.
I'm Chad Visionaire.
And I'm your girl Jamila with her own boss.
This is AC Wells. We out.
Peace.